What's up guys, it's Nathan Ross here, and in this video I'm going to be going over solo ads for beginners. I'm going to show you how to buy solo ads on Udimi, and better yet, how to find the best sellers on the platform to generate the greatest ROI on your money. If you're not a part of Udimi, or you've never heard of it before, it's a solo ad platform where you can pay to have people send emails to their highly targeted list containing your links to generate affiliate sales. The first link in the description will be a link to sign up for Udimi, and by using that link you'll get a free $5 credit towards solo ads so you can test out the platform risk-free. Without further ado, let's hop into my computer and get on with the training. All right, guys, we are now on my computer on Udimy's homepage. So for those of you that have never seen Udimi before, a lot of this might look a little weird to you, or you might, not know what a lot of it means, especially these bars up here, which are going to be probably the most important things when filtering out good sellers, bad sellers, etc. And so I'm going to be going over each one individually to ensure that you understand each one. If you guys don't set the right filters, it could result in you finding a lot of bad, low quality sellers and providers for solo ads, which will result in you wasting a lot of money on different ads that aren't going to generate leads, that aren't going to generate results, and overall just going to be a waste and not get a high ROI on your money. And so make sure to pay attention closely here, because just this right here, where you'll understand the right way to apply the different filters, will be the difference between a winning campaign and a losing campaign. Definitely want to pay attention here. So first one you're going to see here, Udimi, is you can sign up for completely free. Using the link in the description, you'll get a $5 credit for solo ads, so that's pretty cool. And then getting into it, right here, you can select the time from when from the solo ad launches. So this can be 24 hours, all the way up to 10 days, where if you buy, one each day or something like 5 days in advance or whatever it might be, then that could be beneficial to you. I typically do about 24 hours to 3 days, just because I like to get my results as quick as possible. Because the thing is, what you'll realize as you start doing more direct response marketing, which is basically just paying for a response to basically it's whether it's running a paid advertisement or solo ad, whatever it is, the quicker you're going to get results, the better it's going to be, because the faster you're able to adapt, change up your copy, change up your links and things like that. And so the more solo ads you can run, the more data you'll get. If you set it to 8 to 10 days, then it'll take a while for you to get that result back. And during that time, you could have been running a lot more after running your first one. So I typically do about 24 to 3 days, depending if I'm batching some out or if I'm just running some straight off the bat. So I would recommend 24 hours to 3 days. And then right here, you're going to see how many visitors you're ordering. This is really important, because if you order too little, you're not going to get enough data to really reflect if it's a good campaign, if it's a bad campaign, if you're getting leads, if it's going to be profitable, things like that. And if you order too many, especially at the beginning, you could way overspend and waste a lot of money, because you're spending a few $100s on clicks that aren't really converting. So what I typically recommend is to start out with 100 visitors, because that's going to give you a great unit of measurement as far as, okay, well, if I get 30 leads from 100 clicks, okay, that's 30% conversion into leads, which is great. Knowing those numbers is going to be really crucial when you're scaling, because if you run 100 visitors and you make tons of sales and it's profitable, everything like that, then you might want to scale up to 200, 300, 400, 500, so then you can scale up the profit as well. Typically, I'll start out with 100. When things go well, if I get a positive return, if I get sales back, if I get a lot of leads that I'm trying to generate, then I'll typically scale up to 200, 300, and then kind of take it as it goes. If that keeps going well, then I'll keep scaling up. So I would typically do about 100, especially when you're starting out. Right here, you're going to see how much you're going to pay per lead. Filtering out this is pretty important, because there's a really low end, 35 cents, and then a high end, 95 cents. If you pay too little, you're going to get really low quality traffic, which usually is going to be from third world countries or places that might not speak the same language as you, or whatever it might be, to where clicks don't really mean anything if they're not potential people that actually are in the position to buy your product. As you get higher, you're going to have more higher quality traffic. I will say, from using Udimi, is that there is a sweet spot, because there, in my opinion, after 65 cents, it gets really repetitive, to where a lot of the sellers that are in the 65, 60 cent range are already going to have really top tier traffic, highly curated lists, really targeted and everything like that. Paying anything more than that is going to be kind of a waste of money, in my opinion, and you're going to get diminishing returns on each click that you get. Usually I'll set this to 45 cents to 65 cents, which is what I found to be a really solid gap, just because it keeps it just enough to where you're not getting low tier, but then not too high to where you're wasting. So actually let's set up this exactly how I would. So let's do 24 hours, 100 visitors, 45 to 65. So we're already seeing 71 sellers. Let's keep going. The next one is going to be whether they're online or not. To be honest, I don't really care as long as get it planned out within the 24-hour period. A lot of these people are going to be in different time zones as me. It isn't really that important, to be honest. And especially if you can work around that and set up your campaigns before you launch them, then that's all that really matters. So you don't really have to talk about it if you don't want to. Then right here is going to be percentage sales. Basically, to break this down, is what Udimi does is they get their sellers to report back and their customers to report back the sales that they generated from a campaign. What this means is out of 100 solo ads that they run, what percentage of those solo ads produce sales? What this typically means is basically the higher the number, the better chance will generate sales, because the more people that have generated sales in the past with this seller, which is what everyone's looking for here. I usually look anywhere above 30 or 40%. Honestly, probably like 40%, which shows that there's only one guy. It kind of depends. There are times that they fluctuate, whether some are online, some take off their deals and stuff like that. 30% is going to be really good too. So a lot more sellers going to be here. It really depends on what you want to do. I've just found the best results with 30 to 40% and over that. And then right here is going to be the ratings that they have. This is important because obviously the better the ratings, usually the better the solo ad provider has performed, which is great. A lot of people would jump into, the 50 plus, 100 plus, even 200 plus rating. Honestly, I usually like to stick 10 plus. And the reason for that is that a lot of the sellers that have 200 plus, 300 plus, 400 plus, and even, 50 or 100 plus, that's great. But it shows me that they've run a ton of solo ads. And if a lot of people within the same market are operating off of the exact same offer, then that list is going to get hit with many of the same different offers and maybe similar copy that they're running with or whatever it might be. I've found that someone with 10 plus ratings, those are positive ratings, is someone that's going to have a good service, but it's also, they're not using it so much, or they're not selling it so much to where their list is saturated and, getting hit with offers all the time. I want to be with someone that's not just starting out, but then also not someone that's like way too advanced where most of their money is just generated off of running solo ads for people, which in my opinion kind of diminishes the value of their list. And then over here, there's going to be this little magnifying glass right here. Is basically just going to be what niche you're going to choose. So marketing, finance, health, mobile, social. They don't have a ton of them, but I've found the best results when it comes to either weight loss, like health and fitness type stuff, or wealth, like make money online, start a business, that type of stuff. So those two work really, really well on Udemy. If you have other offers, you can totally do mobile, social, finance, whatever you might want to do. Honestly, it really comes down to testing the different offers, testing the different things for yourself to see what works. This is what works best for me. I've seen some great results with it. You can totally mimic it and totally copy it. For sure, you're going to get great results. But, if you want to switch it up or test some things out, you can totally do that too. One thing I wanted to do, so let's hop into one of these. I think the only one that was 40% and higher was this guy right here. So let's just hop in here and I'll break down kind of how it goes to actually start the sale and everything like that. If I look at, 370 positive ratings, 53% sales percentage, which is really good. Honestly, anything over 40% is going to be great. Anything over 50% is great. And then 61% or 61 cents per visitor, that's going to be really good. That's right in our window there. And then sold 48 solos in the last couple of days, 5th place in October list of sellers with some banners. So this guy seems like he's definitely one of the better sellers, which is awesome. And then right here, you're going to see a lot of their own personal details and stuff. So 100% top tier traffic. Top tier traffic is going to be United States, Canada, Australia, United Kingdom, and New Zealand, basically a bunch of English speaking countries. If he's saying that 100% of the traffic is top tier, that's really, really good. That's where you want to spend your money, just because top tier traffic is going to be the highest qualified leads, the highest qualified sales. That's definitely what you want to do. If I scroll down here, he already has 100% traffic. So here's where you basically make the slider to tell them how many visitors you want. Again, I usually start out with about 100 and then pick what day you want it to launch. So it's currently November 4th. So I would probably tomorrow. And then, so the base filter, this basically takes out a bunch of the junk traffic, which pretty much every seller on Udemy kind of automatically by default will have this. Prime traffic is going to be basically, well, they'll do like an advanced kind of clearance thing where they'll kind of take out a lot more of the junk. Honestly, I've kind of tested it and there's really not that big of a difference. And it's an extra 3 cents per visitor. If you would like, you could totally test that out and see if it works. And then only only top tier, that's 10 cents per visitor. But if the seller's already claiming 100% top tier traffic, then it's a complete waste, in my opinion, to click this, because then you're paying an extra 10 cents for nothing when they already have it. And then only mobile, no mobile, then that's pretty self-explanatory, and it's extra 10 cents per visitor if you only want to display your ads on a mobile device or no mobile at all. These are things that I would test along the way. So I would kind of fire off the hip from kind of the settings that I laid out for you. See if you're generating leads, see if you're building up your email list, generating front-end sales. If you are, great, kind of keep rolling with that, maybe scale up your visitors. But if you're not seeing as great results, then definitely play around with, only mobile, no mobile, and kind of see what works best for you. Then here is you can put the link to either your masked affiliate link or your landing page. I'd highly recommend a landing page, just because you kind of want to take a lot of their email subscribers over to your email list, just so you can continue to sell them, pitch them your front-end offer. But the key thing with this method is you're not necessarily going for front-end sales. You're not necessarily trying to spend $64 to then get $100 worth of sales and profit. That is great, and it happens a lot. But the key thing is to either break even, maybe lose a little bit of money, or the best scenario is to make money, but build a list of highly qualified leads. If you can run a solo ad for 100 visitors and generate, say, 30 leads or something like that, and generate, say, a couple sales to where it either covers your costs, you might lose a little bit or you make a little bit, great. It's not really about what you make or what you lose from the beginning, but you just got 30 leads to where over the course of, say, a month, those people buy $500 worth of stuff or $1,000 worth of stuff, then that obviously was profitable for you because you got those leads from a $64 solo ad, if that makes sense. Here's where you put your link. And then, so if you just put your link and you don't click this over here, they'll basically write your own swipe, your own text. That's not really the best thing to do, in my opinion. What I would do is I would click this, to where you basically put the subject line, you write it all out, and it doesn't have to be super complicated. You can keep it super short and sweet, kind of breaking down what they're going to be getting on the other side of clicking your link, whether it's a free ebook, a free training course, or just direct linking to a program or software, some sort of product that you're selling. So yeah, so they basically right here, 100% top tier filter countries, filter clicks. These aren't clicks that you pay for. It's basically clicks that Udimi already filters out for you, which is really great, because then it keeps it so the clicks that you're actually buying are going to be well verified and are going to be top tier and are going to be the ones that are going to make purchases on your products. And then over here, this verified list. So usually this will show a number as far as like what their verified list size is. So whether they have 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers, whatever. To me, honestly, it doesn't make that much of a difference. I will say if you're ordering clicks pretty consistently from a list that has a really small amount of people, say 500 people, 1,000 people, a few thousand people, then it's very easy for your offer and your text to get very, very saturated. But if the list is 50,000 people, 100,000 people, that's a lot less likely to happen. Right here is kind of like what I was saying before, a lot of positive ratings, 0 negative ratings, which is awesome. Even if there is a couple, there's bound to be a few. Anytime anyone is spending money on an ad platform, there's going to be negative reviews and negative connotations and stuff like that. 370 positive reviews, that's awesome. 53% sales, 30% no sales. I mean, I don't really look at that, honestly. I look at the ones that say that they're generating sales. Also, this isn't the most accurate, just because not everyone will report their sales back to Udemy, but it's a very good number to go off of to break down what solo ad provider you want to go to. One other thing I wanted to break down really quick is the solo deals. So solo deals is basically where people will almost put their solo ads on sale. I have kind of two mixed feelings with this. So one, I really like the concept because it gets way quicker results and cheaper results. So for example, 40% off, 90% top tier, buyers included, 38 cents. Like that's pretty solid. That's really good. But the thing is that in my opinion, the way I look at it is if these sellers are auctioning off, having a sale or a giveaway, it's probably because they're not getting a lot of clients just through the results they're already generating. So I'd be careful with it. But again, it's something you can test out and something that can do very well. I've done it before and it did okay. I got better results just from going through the exact filters that I laid out for you. But yeah, so that's the general breakdown. Let's take it back to the video. That is the exact process to follow to find the best sellers on Udemy and get your first solo ad launched. Start taking action action now to start generating sales. Again, you can use the first link in the description to sign up to Udimi for free and get a free $5 credit towards solo ads so you can test out the platform risk-free. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post more money-making content. If you guys have specific questions about solo ads or just general affiliate marketing questions, drop them in the comments below as I respond to all comments. If you have more specific questions, you can reach out via DM or email. Those will be in the description. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.